Disclaimer. This video is created for entertainment and educational purposes only.
Love, light, and peace, family. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Higher Zone. Today on the menu, we got some mind-bending, mysterious TikToks they don't want you to see. Before we get into that, though, if you're not tapped in with the family, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for every time I drop. You can rock with me and the family. I appreciate y'all, and I got mad love for y'all, and I love y'all like cooked food. With that being said, let's jump straight into these videos.
What happened? You got into a Mike Tyson? God damn.
Damn.
You wanna go to the hospital?
Willie Lump Lump.
Watch out, man.
You ain't do that to that nigga.
Family. Who beat this man up? He got the lumps all over his face. Diabolical. That man looked like a Taco Bell. Straight Taco Bell. Comment down below.
Oh my god, this is crazy. 我哋點啊？我哋帶你睇住我，唔會飛啲火箭。點啊？我哋小心啊！
That's insane. This happened in Hong Kong. Damn.
I don't want to hear how angry the older players. He's like, I don't want
You can say names.
I don't want to hear Scotty say today. I don't like Michael.
You said Scotty.
Like, I'm just saying, I don't. Scotty, don't nobody give a fuck about that. What you doing? Scotty, these people don't want to hear about what you talking about. I should have. I held it down. What? Scotty, it's 2026, man.
Let it go.
You ain't played basketball in 40 fucking years. What you talking about?
Give it a break.
Yeah, I don't want to hear.
Give it a break.
These young niggas today couldn't hold me. What are you talking about? We can never solve this debate. What are we talking? I put every motherfucking. I remember there's a story about. Oh my God, what's his name? Jim Brown. Jim Brown. They were filming Any Given Sunday. This is an example of what I'm talking about. And the younger guys was, playing the football players at Any Given Sunday. So Jim would be out there because I guess he was hired as like a consultant or like just a brilliant football mind to make sure that they were playing the game.
Make the football look good on screen.
Right, make it look real.
Yeah.
So Jim would talk shit to the young guys. He told the one guy, the motherfuckers don't know shit about this game. Motherfuckers, I run all you niggas over. So one of the young guys, little crazy nigga from Florida, by the way, leave them alone. Everybody know, leave the football players from Florida alone.
The Floridians.
Leave them alone, man.
They different.
The dreads, the gold teeth, leave them niggas alone. Jim tell him, I'll run him over. Football man say, not on the left side. By the way, immediately a sign. I'm going to take it in. Let me go ahead and dial it back. Jim said, who you talking to, young nigga? You heard what I said, not on the left side. You better go ahead with that shit, man. Who the fuck? Who you talking to, young nigga? I'll run your ass over. Grabs Jim Brown, picks him up, slams him. Jim Brown hat came off. Jim Brown got upset. I don't know what his problem was. They had to help him find his hat. Kicked the young nigga off the set and everything. In Jim mind, Jim thought he was still Jim of old.
From Sarah
Yeah, we gotta be okay with letting this shit go, man. Let it go.
Oh man.
So when I see you and you go to the games, and you on the sideline, man, and you're coming to support and you coming to watch the AAU kids that you saw come, it mean the world that you out there.
Indeed.
And cool ass Mello is sitting and watching.
When you are an athlete, it's very, very compatible. For Scottie Pippen to be mentioning Michael Jordan, it's basically saying, yo, Mike didn't do it by himself. He had help.
This motherfucker, Eddie, he said there is no comedian in the history of the game that has done what I've done. I've been a villain. I've been a bad guy. I've been a cop. I've been an action hero. I've been a doctor. I've been a rocket ship. I've been a holy man. I've been serious actor. I've been funny. I sang and danced on clouds with Michael Jackson. I had a song in the Billboard Top 100. I play music, instruments. I am a true artist. And when he said this, dog, I said, you know what, he right. He's the GOAT. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, who's on the special and all that. Funny, but nobody's fucking with Eddie.
Dave Chappelle is funny, but Eddie Murphy's definitely the GOAT. I mean, have you ever seen any of Eddie old stand-up when he had that leather outfit on and he was talking about the McDonald's when his mom's cooked him the burger without the onions or with the onions in it? Super funny. But Eddie has dominated all kind of genre in this Hollywood business.
This picture was taken in 1980 at Disneyland. The little girl in the far right-hand corner, her name is Donna, and she's 5 years old in this photo. The picture was taken by Donna's mother while they were on vacation. 22 years after this pic was taken, Donna and her fiance Alex were going through Donna's photo album to find pictures for their wedding, and they come across this photo. Alex is looking at the photo, he looks harder, and he says, you know what? That looks like my dad. And Donna says, what do you mean? And he says, back there, pushing the stroller, that looks just like my dad. And he said, I know it's not, but it looks exactly like him. Then he looks even harder and he says, you know what? That looks like me in the stroller. And Donna says, we know that's not possible. And he says, no, I know, but it's just crazy. That looks like me and my dad. So they turn the page, but then Alex turns back and he says, man, I got to figure this out. This looks just like me and my dad. So he calls his parents and he says, Mom, when did we go to Disneyland? And she says, we went in 1980. And he says, can you go dig up our photos and tell me what me and my dad were wearing? So his mom goes and gets the photos and explains what him and his dad were wearing. And sure enough, that was his dad pushing him in the stroller in the background of this photo. They were there in 1980 as well. And the crazy part about it is they were living in Canada at the time. They met 15 years after this photo was taken as adults. They're married, they have children of their own, and they went back to Disneyland to recreate this photo. But this is just a crazy story. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't know what you call it. Some call it the red string theory. But this was dope to me.
Wow, that was beautiful. Beautiful story. Let me know what y'all thought about that. Red string theory. I don't know about that, but I'm definitely gonna go down that rabbit hole. Comment down below.
What you're seeing above me is actual, genuine artwork created by the storyboard directors and writers of SpongeBob. And trust me, there's a lot more and a lot worse where this comes from. This is the story of SpongeBob Behind Closed Doors, and I'm sorry if I ruined your childhood in advance. You have been warned. SpongeBob Behind Closed Doors is a book/collection of drawings where animators that worked at Nickelodeon put SpongeBob characters in very, very inappropriate situations. Now, how did this start? Back in 2001, the animators at the office played this inside joke where they would just draw SpongeBob and other characters in inappropriate situations on post-it notes and put them around the office. For example, there is a picture where the crew are doing a parody of the Got Milk ad, where SpongeBob is trying Patrick's milk. And if you don't really understand why I'm saying milk, maybe you shouldn't be watching this video. Or there's another one where Squidward is asking SpongeBob how his clarinet sings like that. And SpongeBob happily replies with, "It only sings for you, Squidward." SpongeBob does not own a clarinet. Shit like that. There is a ton more and there's a lot worse, but we could be here for hours. Essentially, the crew would put these post-it notes around the office and then take them down whenever there was a tour or kids coming to visit the space. And eventually, a writer and a storyboard director by the name of Sam Henderson took them all and compiled them into a book/collection where he handed them out to all the employees so they could remember the fun times. Obviously, being a smart man he is, didn't put any of the names down in case it got into the wrong hands or out to the public, and well, look where we are now. But if you want to see the rest of the pictures, just search up SpongeBob Behind Closed Doors online and you'll come across them. I don't know why you would, but Godspeed to you.
You see what I'm talking about? This is why we gotta be mindful of what the kids is watching. It's all kind of manipulation in these shows, these cartoons. So pay attention to what your kids are doing. Always pay attention, because these kids' brains are getting poisoned.
Keefy. Have you ever heard of the brand Keefy?
No.
Have you ever heard of the brand Bob Barker?
No.
Oh, you know who Bob Barker
Price
is.
is Right, of course.
Well, Bob Barker family or him, I don't know who, started a freaking line of supplies, from curtains to towels to linens to t-shirts to the jumpsuits we wear in prison, all the way to the bare basic toiletries. And it's all the Bob Barker line. That is a multi-billion-dollar federal government contract.
And those products are for prisons?
For prisons, exclusively for prisons.
Bob Barker's family started a prison accessory line?
Yes. And then there's...
I've lived in this country a long time. How did I know that?
I didn't know it until I went to prison.
Fair.
And then there's this brand called Keefe that by all accounts ties back to the Bushes. Now they sell all the commissary stuff, from coffee to toilet paper, you name it. You can go down a prison commissary sheet and Keefe. I'm like, what the hell is Keefe? Well, apparently there's ties of it that tie back to the former president of the United States, Bush.
And they've got a retail monopoly.
Retail monopoly in contracts with the Federal Bureau of Prisons. So when you look at this, we currently have a system that houses approximately 250,000 Americans in federal custody. I don't even have an idea of what state custody is, but
or local jails.
250,000 Americans sit in federal custody today. That is a business, not for the federal government though. Federal government loses. It's a business for all of those with the contracts to those prisons. So there is an incentive to putting people in prison. Somewhere along some line, judges might be compromised. And I'm assuming prosecutors might be compromised. I can't prove that. But that's the only thing that makes sense when you're seeing people go to prison for arbitrary reasons or for purposes and timeframes that wouldn't suit the crime or are, overtly unusual and cruel, which is a violation of the 8th Amendment. So you have to really walk this tightrope to understand. And I don't think that a BOP director will be able to grasp that because A, they work in 4-year terms, or if they get reelected, their principal gets reelected as their president. And in 8 or 4 years, there's so much you have to do that I don't think you can get to the nitty gritty. That's why I'm so focused, Tucker, to get into this in prison reform, because it's desperately needed. There's more voices needed.
Family, the whole jail system is one big business. A pyramid scheme. Yes, you just heard it yourself. Everything is done on purpose. Even the people they throw in jail. Many people in there don't belong in there. A lot of people don't belong in there. But they need them in there. Why? Because they gotta make their money. The Bushes own the commissary. So the food that the inmates are buying go right back to their pockets. That is diabolical. The sheets and everything, the jumpsuits, Bob Barker. The price is right. I guess the price is definitely right.
Something big is brewing in America. Yesterday, Donald Trump suspended all immigration from Afghanistan after a man shot 2 National Guard members in the head, not just on US soil, but only blocks away from the White House. And today, this is being treated as a massive deal. The FBI are investigating the incident as a possible act of international terrorism. We've seen statements from former presidents like Barack Obama and Joe Biden. Trump called it a crime against the entire nation. And they've even now deployed 500 more National Guard members to Washington on top of the over 2,000 already there. Now, the suspect was recently identified as a 29-year-old national from Afghanistan who entered the country in 2021 under Operation Allies Welcome. Other National Guard members nearby shot him 4 times, which he survived, and then apprehended him. He's apparently not cooperating in questioning by authorities, but the wild twist in this whole story is that the CIA director, John Ratcliffe, told Fox News that the shooter actually worked with the US government, including the CIA, while he was still in Afghanistan, which is why he was allowed to come into the US. So why now he has suddenly switched and carried something like this out is a complete mystery. But of course, I'll keep you guys updated.
That is diabolical. This is someone who worked with the government, the CIA, the FBI, come right into our turf and does destruction. Everything is connected, man. This is one big movie. One big, gigantic movie. We might as well get the popcorn, sit back, and just be watching.
A quick Google search says that your net worth is $400 million.
That's a
accurate?
quick Google search.
Damn, 400 million?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Is that accurate?
You can't. I don't really think you can trust a lot of that stuff that you read on the internet, right? Like the internet is weird. So some people just say stuff,
Is that accurate?
No, it's not
It's
accurate.
inaccurate. Is it far off?
What, that number? Yes, of course. It's extremely far.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
You're saying you're worth a lot more.
I'm saying that number's far off.
Got it.
What is worth, right? I think the abundance of value comes in happiness. So
all right. I remember a time you told Gail King that by the time you were 45, you would hope to be a billionaire. Did you fail?
I want to know.
Did I fail?
Yeah. Did you fail?
Did I fail? No, I think failure is in the eyes of the beholder. You know, I'm still
right here.
Well, I'm still working to accomplish. And, you know, numbers are numbers. You know, as you get older, you realize numbers are important.
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Does Kevin Hart have more than 400 million? We'll never know. I don't watch pockets.
And inside of you, when you drink alkaline, you are adding more light to your charging base. In other words, people die before their time because they're eating pork and drinking soda pop and eating Popeye's chicken. All of that is destroying the light in you. So you have to protect your soul. You have to protect your light. And you have to protect the water within you. Because when you drink alkaline pure water, it charges the light of your batteries. When Christ breathed into Adam, God did not breathe Coca-Cola or cocaine or Miller Yellow or fried chicken or pork. See, all of that came from the serpent. Because the serpent is a fast food entity. Do you know the word of the Lord is the greatest menu on earth? So when God breathed into you and I, he breathed light, he breathed salt, and he breathed oxygen, which then becomes water. So it's not H2O, it's H3O2.
Structured water.
The death of the principality of the kingdom of Menacina.
Family, love, light, and peace. Stay hydrated. Why do y'all think I tell y'all that all the time? Stay hydrated. And I'm not talking about drinking water. I'm talking about structured water, alkaline water, coconut water, even some green juice. You have to stay hydrated. This is how you keep the system flowing. Your veins are just like electricity wires. You gotta keep the things flowing inside your body. You gotta stay nourished.
The elite are just selling us the same stuff in different ways.
Does anyone else notice that we're just going in circles now? Yep. It's with everything. Look at streaming services.
Listen.
It is 100% at a point. It's just cable. It is just like cable. There are hundreds of streaming services, just like there are hundreds of channels that you have to pay for separately. They all run ads on them, and you have to have all of them to have access to your favorite shows. That is literally cable, but shittier. Uber just created rideshare where they have predetermined locations that people can meet at, and Uber will come and pick you up among all the other people that show up and drive on a predetermined route to drop people off. That is literally the bus. It is exactly the bus, but shittier. Swear to God, we are like 6 months away from people coming out and saying, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of losing my phone. If only there was a way to have it mounted to my wall and connected to a wire so I know I won't lose it and I know I won't drop calls. We are.
The elite pulled a fast one on us, and we let it happen. They are literally repackaging old business models and reselling it to us, and we're letting it happen. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Family, let me know what y'all thought about that video. There was a lot of facts in there. Pure facts. The elites are repackaging everything and they selling it right back to us. The technology we have now is recycled from back in the days. If you ask me, Tartaria had way better technology. This is technology that's been repackaged and they're giving it right back to us. And we like, yay, yay, yay. No, we need to turn down.
Nobody is your brother. I've had DJ Khaled. Everybody done told me I'm your brother. Do not believe that shit.
Lord have mercy, Kane.
That is the
man, you know you're going to get me in trouble, man.
You're going to get us in trouble.
What you mean? How going to get us in trouble?
All that, but I mean, but no, I mean, when I say shit like DJ Khaled, it's very apparent.
Yeah.
Like DJ Khaled knows how to move. He knows how to you know,
Yeah.
do things with different people and shit like that. But it's like, it's not a DJ Khaled type of thing. That's just the first person I can think of. But
What have you learned about this business in 20 years?
nobody is your brother. Nobody.
Come on, Payne, don't do that. Payne,
Nobody.
Payne, because I hear it all the time. That's my brother. I hear it,
You
Payne.
done seen so many dicks in that locker room. None of them is your brother.
Come on, Payne.
Nobody is your brother. Everybody's your brother while they can use you. Everybody. Everybody is your brother while they can use you. Nobody is your brother. That is the quickest and the most consistent thing that I've learned through this whole thing.
You had to learn that the hard way?
Everybody, and you know what? It's only that say you my brother. That I'm telling, just like that.
Yeah, because you wouldn't allow somebody that didn't say that to get close to you.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you
so
would.
yeah,
you would. I'd rather you tell me what the business was, and not have the brother aspect in there, and just say, "Hey, look, here's what I want to do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a hook. I'm gonna put a verse on this shit. We're gonna make a bunch of money. We're gonna separate for a little bit, and I'm gonna come back when I need you again. Let's do it again. Blah blah blah." I'd rather know the plan than to say, "You my brother, you my brother, you my brother,
Nah,
you my brother. We always gonna be together. We ain't gonna never separate.
Gassing you
Anytime you need me, I'm here for you. Anytime you need me, bum bum bum. But nah, bro, it's that brother shit. But we talking about so many people, because you got to think of how many people I've helped throughout their career. Everybody is like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. You're my brother," and it's just so much of that, back to back, back to back, back to back. You're my brother, you're my brother, you're my brother, you're my brother. And then none of that shit was reciprocated. None of that shit came back. None of that shit meant anything. When people start tell you how much you mean to them, don't grab onto that. When people tell you how much they can mean to you in return, that's the shit you gravitate towards.
Damn. That's Code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Let me know what you thought about what T-Pain was saying. Was it facts or cap? It's facts for me. I definitely would like to know your opinion on that one.
That's delusional, and I'll tell you why.
You can argue with the facts.
Watch me.
Okay.
What you just said is a complete delusion. It presumes that we went to the moon for science. It presumes that we went to the moon to explore it. But that's not why we went to the moon. We went to the moon because we were at war. Sputnik was not just some orbiting spacecraft. It was a hollowed out intercontinental ballistic missile where they took out the warhead and put in a radio transmitter. The military knew this. That's what founded NASA. NASA's budget for science has averaged over all these years about 25%. The rest has been for geopolitical purposes. That's why we spent all this money. And so the moment we learn Russia's not going to the moon and it's certainly not going to Mars, we canceled the program. It had nothing to do with public interest.
Is that Bill Degrassi spilling some beans finally? Your man Degrassi's coming out with some heat. I like this side of Bill Degrassi. We all know what NASA about. One big movie. One big old lie. You see what he said? It was all fake. They was trying to prove a point. Crazy.
We seized airplanes with 20 tons of cocaine being flown by CIA pilots, CIA operations, and we were ordered to let him go. We would ask him, "What do you mean let this guy go?" Turn the drugs back to him, get the marshals to go release him from prison right now. That is a CIA operation. I'm thinking to myself, this is strange. A CIA operation, what are they doing with the coke other than we knew they were, at one point they were getting to this man right here, Mr. Ricky Ross here, and he was selling it to them. Then I find out that we arrested Ricky Ross because Don Lone was the one that set him up. He gets a life
And
term.
they set me up. Well, I wasn't even selling drugs no more. I quit. You know, I was out of the drug business.
Right. He was out of the business. I remember that. That's true.
You know, man, that's another.
The CIA, the FBI, they've been bringing all that stuff right in here to this country. They've been taking planes, boatloads of drugs and bringing it right here. You want to know why? To destroy the hood, to destroy the community. They been was doing it. And they take that money and they fund what? Weapons, war, all kind of negative energy activities. They been was doing this, man. They just coming to the light now.
Higher zone? Yo, it's wild. It's not just about good vibes. It's more than that.
Exactly. It's about the mystery, unexplained stuff. Ghosts, aliens, crazy videos that'll leave your mind bent.
Not every video's all happy. It's the dark and the light, so you can't judge, especially when you're not God.
I just woke up to something scratching at my door. I originally thought it was my dog. My dog is right here. Daisy, no. Shh. You okay? Come on. Can't believe the dog. Shit. I'm coming, Daisy. Can't believe the damn dog. Come back to me. Daisy, come on. Come on. Daisy, get in the car. Get in the car. What is that? Oh my god, that's a person. What the
It's a shadow. That's crazy.
That's a person.
That apparition showing up at the end, you could clearly see that shadow. Comment down below.
Acabo de pasar de una cosa impresionante. Se veía como un fantasma así, un fantasma que venía como sediento, como con ganas de placer. Sí, es que vea unas poses que yo que ni... Pero le estaba dando como a rata. Sí, como a rata, no digo porque yo me estaba levantando, yo estaba sintiendo que todo el cuerpo me estaba volviendo, que todo el cuerpo me dolía, yo sentía que la gata de la gata que...
Bro, doing a froggy.
Pero el más allá que vino aquí como a hacerme prácticamente eso, yo vea, no, es que no. Se viera ese dolor de cuerpo que yo tengo un dolor de cuerpo que eso venía como insaciable, vea. No, pero ese fantasma muy abusado. Pero vea, eso fue toda la noche, yo creo que vean ahí, parce, vean ahí. No, ¿sabes qué? No, yo siento que hay como que invitó a otro fantasma, yo siento que eso es como un trío, vea. Pase literal. Como por boca y las piernas, las
boy, he violated. Zone family, what's going on with your man doing a froggy? Straight diabolical, monstrous diabolical. Whatever poltergeist that's in this man's crib, he need to get it out. He's being violated, say like a mofo. Drop it down below. Wow! ASAP.
Mira. Están jugando con él. ¿Te das cuenta? Mira, están jugando con él.
Oh, perro,
wow. Contigo. Mira.
Ay, calma, ¿sabes? Es la niña, güey.
Pero
niña.
Doing tricks.
Mira, compa. La niña sí está jugando.
Mira cómo lanza todo, José.
Cuidado, cuidado.
I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Mira. No manches. Niña. Niña. No mames, güey. Mira.
Zone family, what y'all thought about that? Is that dog possessed? Or is just a regular dog? Drop it down below.
Allá hay una cosa, miren allá.
They
No,
looking
Diosito
at
Padre Celestial, ¿lo que es eso?
Duende.
No, esperen, que está allá.
Duende inverted Cali.
No. Vamos a
Was in
alumbrar
the tree.
no, ja. Un niño, es como un niño llorando, es como un niño llorando.
Yo! That is wild. Y'all peeped that? Yo!
¡Ey, qué no! ¡Es una cosa toda rara!
Family, did y'all peep the transformation as it started running away to the other tree? It literally was on 4 paws crawling and it turned into that dog or the goat, whatever it is. Comment down below, let me know what y'all thought about that.
There's another paranormal in my house last night. My mom just had these mirrors cleaned. The cleaners were just in here. And she woke up and she's like, did you do this on my mirror? And I was like, what are you talking about? Look at this fucking handprint. This thing is like twice as big as my hand and it's all spindly.
That's
fucking
Nephilim
so
vibes.
creepy. There's another one on this
Giant
side, but you can't
vibes.
see it as good.
Damn, bro.
How creepy is that?
Thank you so much, Father.
Yeah, I feel a little presence here.
You
know,
do?
I do, as I walked in the door. So I'm going to bless your home now.
Okay.
And hopefully release some of the things going on.
Okay, thank you.
Lord, send down your mercy and your blessing upon us here and upon this house. Keep all who live here safe from evil. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Okay, well, we'll bless your home now, and we'll see how, how this helps you. Okay. Oh, my goodness.
Father, I'm so sorry. I really didn't think any of this was going to happen. Father, what should I do?
I feel a presence.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready for this. I think I need to come back later.
Okay, all right.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Father.
I'm sorry, but I'm not prepared.
Okay.
I mean, I have to do something.
Yeah, I know. I need help.
I'll be back to help you.
Okay.
So I might need to do something. Just to help you.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Father. Oh, my God.
Well, you try to do the same thing. Okay. You can call me if you need me. Okay.
I will. I'm sorry, Father.
Father got up out of there real quick, talking about he wasn't ready. You knew he was coming to bless the house. Come on, Father, man, you supposed to come ready. That lady was like, sorry, Father. Father like, I'm up out of here.
What are you waving at, Liv?
As this little girl was about to leave her mother's grave, she began waving and saying goodbye. Her aunt was confused by the situation, considering they were the only 2 people at the cemetery. She steps up onto her mom's grave before leaning her head up for a kiss. She points and says goodbye one last time, before going on as if nothing strange just happened.
Family, that is beautiful and sad at the same time. Beautiful and sad at the same time. And you know the kids could see beyond the veil. That was definitely sad and beautiful. I don't know how to make that out. Comment down below.
Why do witches always have cats? The answer isn't simple as Hollywood's black furry sidekick. It runs far deeper. In Europe, during the witch trials, cats weren't just accused of being companions. They were believed to be familiars, channels between the witch and the unseen. A purring body was thought to veil a whispering spirit. But the link goes further back. In Norse mythology, the goddess Freya rode a chariot pulled by 2 great cats. They were more than pets. They symbolized fertility, independence, and the raw magic of the night. In Slavic lore, cats were said to guard the thresholds, watching over the space between the living and the dead. In Japan, the bakeneko was a supernatural cat whose very tail carried transformative power. Even early Christians whispered that cats could sense the devil's presence. Yet monks in Ireland carved cats into manuscripts as protectors of sacred wisdom. The paradox is what kept cats tied to mystery. For witches, cats became the embodiment of liminality, creatures who move unseen, hunt in silence, and watch with eyes that reflect back the light itself. In occult thought, their gaze is said to pierce the astral, cutting through the veil where spirits and shadows walk. That's why witches didn't just like cats, they needed them. A cat's presence amplified awareness, anchored protection, and signaled the independence from church and crown alike. So the question isn't why witches had cats. The question is why the rest of the world was so afraid of.
Cats can definitely see beyond the veil. I truly believe that. They're the only animal that have these eyes, like reptilians.
Bro, so they told us cats was just pets, right? Cats ain't just pets, man. They guardians. Cats got abilities that humans don't even understand. And the world hid it from us on purpose. Ancient civilizations like Egypt, they worship cats for a reason. They believe that cats can see energies and spirits, things that we can't see. Cats' eyes is like portals. See things in different realms, and while you sleep, they protecting your home. Your cat stare at the
This is the dark reason why people in Hollywood were looking malnourished and poor.
Do y'all still think it's a coincidence that everybody in Hollywood was getting extremely thin and looking extremely gaunt? And the photo of the year was Miley Cyrus that basically put on a provocation of her looking like a very, very poor, starving person. No, literally. Everyone has been looking so gaunt in Hollywood and being paper thin because they set the stage for what they already knew was about to happen. They weren't just cosplaying poverty. They were actually projecting it so that when people actually start to look starved, it won't be that much of a shock. They are the jesters for the muses. Come on now. You thought they were cosplaying poverty because they were so empty inside that they didn't have any clue and they were desensitized. No, they were doing it because that's what their fucking masters told them to do. So when the stage is set, the fucking food is gone because our beef and our soybeans are not being bought by China anymore. Our economy is collapsing. So when people actually look starved and gaunt, there's no question, or are they just on that new Ozempic?
This woman has a point. All of them are looking this way now. All of them. Name one that hasn't looked recently the way that this lady just described. As always, thank you for watching.
That definitely have a lot of sense to it. These celebrities out here looking like they belong in Somalia. And I'm not trying to make fun of Somalia, but these celebrities look hungry and they got money. Cheekbones are all synced in. They look like bones. Literally bones. Look at Ariana Grande. Straight bones.
I'm so self-conscious. That's why you always see me with at least one of my watches. Rollies and Porsches done drove me crazy. I can't even pronounce nothing. Pass that for Stacy. Then I spent $400 on this. Just to be like, nigga, you ain't up on this. And I can't even go to the grocery store without some shoes that's clean and a shirt with a team. It seems we live in the American dream, but the people highest up got the lowest self-esteem. The prettiest people do the ugliest things. For the road to riches and diamond rings. We shine because they hate us, floss because they degrade us. We trying to buy back our 40 acres. And for that paper, look how low we a stoop. Even when I'm in my Benz, I'm still a nigga in a coupe. I promise. She's so self-conscious. She has no idea what she's doing in college. That major that she majored in don't make no money. Told me she majored in TV. But she won't drop out. Her parents will look at her funny. Now, tell me that ain't insecure. The concept of school seems so secure. Sophomore 3 years, ain't picked a career. She said, fuck it, I'll just stay down here and do hair, cause that's enough money to buy her a few pairs of new airs, cause her baby daddy don't really care. She's so precious, with the peer pressure, couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. She had hair so long that it looked like weave. Then she cut it all off, now she looked like Eve. And she be dealing with some issues that you can't believe. Single black female addicted to retail. I said, fuck the police, that's how I treat them. We bought our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom. See, we buy a lot of clothes, but we don't really need them. Things we buy to cover up what's inside, cause they made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's why shorty's hollering, where the ball is at? Drug dealer by Jordan, crack here by crack, and the white man get paid off for all of that.
That was the Yeezy that was super great. That's when Yeezy was on top of his game. Everybody missed that Yeezy. Even me. That's when rap was, you know, it was alright. But Yeezy was definitely talking that talk back then. Now it's all mumbo jumbo, right or wrong.
One of the hunters set up his blinds near where he seen Bigfoot tracks. And in less than 20 feet away from him, he gets the surprise of a lifetime. Look at this Sasquatch, you guys. Clear, HD. Look at him hiding behind the bush there. And this was captured by a hunter at 2:21 p.m. Broad daylight.
That is the best footage of Bigfoot I ever seen, personally. In fact, there's another video with that same face feature, but this one is more clearer. Definitely one of the best Bigfoot pictures out there. Excuse me, footage out there.
You have power of levitation. And as a magician, this is something that I'm fascinated with.
Your magic is fantastic, but we're not the same the Buddhist meditations.
Yes, I understand. I know you don't want to teach me how to do it or tell me any of your what you do, but maybe I could just witness it. Right now he's saying his mantra. It's the real deal.
How is he doing that? Are you guys seeing this? Are you guys seeing this?
Wow. There's no wires. I didn't see anything. This is crazy.
That was a real monk putting in work. Seriously, this is not AI. This is a real monk meditating, doing his mantra, and levitating off the floor. Comment down below.
The amount of people I'm seeing on TikTok that are starting to wake up, it's almost like I'm seeing people at mass. Their prefrontal lobe has fully developed all at the same time.
Hey, you. Finally awake.
Right? People are questioning the system we've been living in, the illusion of what we've been brought up around, you know, why they're working a 9 to 5 every day at some sort of job that they hate, why they're working all day and not at home raising their children. They're questioning themselves, their spirituality, they're questioning why we are here as a whole at mass in this universe. What are we doing in this life? And it's amazing to actually see people, one after another. I'm scrolling the feed and it's like, people are like, what am I doing in my life? What is this world we're living in? Why is this world so effed up? And it's like, this is the first part of the process. The cog is well and truly being turned, man. And at this moment, if you're here and you're kind of having a profound realization, it's quite scary to kind of be amongst it when that moment when you just snap and you start to look at everything from a third person perspective. It's quite a worrying experience, but it's the first part of the process
for you finally starting to live your life true and purely, right? So, this is all by design, whether you want to agree with it or not, and the illusion of this world that we're being brought up in is crumbling right before your eyes, and you will just see more and more and more people waking up. There's going to be a large portion of people which are going to be very confused and worried, but you just got to trust the process and be there for people and walk them through what's happening. And with everything that's been going on a cosmic level, with all the CMEs, the alignments, all of these comet phenomena, you know, UFOs, paranormal activity, people having dreams and profound realizations, the CMEs hitting the planet, all of this energy that is just going on and around this planet in a minute, everyone's being elevated, whether you like it or not. And it's forcing people to kind of, rather than be stuck looking elsewhere, people are starting to look inside, you know, people going within to try and figure out what the fuck is going on, right? It's amazing to see, but this is only the beginning. And I can tell you now, come the next months that are rolling ahead to the next year, it's going to get even weirder, man, but just strap in.
It's definitely a beautiful thing to see the masses starting to wake up. And for those that's not trying to wake up, it's very sad. Very, very sad. But for my folks that's doing the work, putting that footwork in, doing their due diligence, spreading the word. Love, light, and peace, family. I love you like cooked food. Keep spreading the word. Keep waking people up. And for those who don't want to wake up, do not pull them. Just feed them a little seed. If they don't want to take the seed, you got to keep it moving. There's other people waiting for you. Drop it down below.
Blackbeard was far more disturbing than you were told, and was so feared that entire ships would surrender just after seeing him. But how is this possible? First reason, Blackbeard would psychologically torture you. Unlike normal pirates, Blackbeard was a master at fear tactics, known to randomly fire off cannons or even shoot his own crewmates. He stood at 6'4", towering over his entire crew, wearing darker clothing and was extremely unpredictable. But that's not even why he was so scary, because his main goal wasn't just to steal from your ship, but traumatize you as much as possible. He would follow your ship for multiple hours, standing completely motionless, staring at you as he caught up. On top of that, he would put fuses in his hat and beard to look like a demon chasing after you, where most ships would immediately surrender after seeing this without having to fire a single shot. But it gets worse once he boards your ship. Instead of killing, he would rather give you extreme trauma, mocking you with weapons, destroying your ship, and making loud noises, all while stealing everything. Once you're mentally destroyed, he'll let you go just so you can tell stories about him. This tactic caused so much fear around his name, sailors would cancel their trips just after hearing rumors, or would even be scared to say his name at sea. At one point, becoming so powerful, he was able to block and take an entire port hostage, giving him everything he demanded for an entire week straight just so he would leave. Throughout his career, stealing over a dozen ships and fortunes of loot, but eventually all of this terror would come to an end after the British naval force finally decided to step in, where Blackbeard would fight to the end, taking 5 bullet wounds and over 20 sword slashes before finally going down.
Family, let me know what y'all thought about that Blackbeard story. Blackbeard is not a legend, but he definitely was something to fear. Even in One Piece, the animated show, Blackbeard is a beast in there. He's one of the roughest, toughest on the ocean blue. Comment down below. Was off. I don't know what happened last night, but the streets was heavy. Heavy. Yeah, it was heavy out there last night, boy. Spice? Nah, they violated. He ain't even do nothing. Damn. Hey, get your glass. Back up. Back up. He didn't do that. All he do was take a video. y'all that was out last night. That's more than 100 deep out there.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
They got Santa in the beef.
Stop hiding, Pop. Oh shit! Oh shit! He's so
Man, you even got white people beating them up.
Yeah, it's a one. It's a one. Yeah, it's a one. It's a one. It's a one. It's a one. It's a one.
2025. Get up, Craig. Them boys staying on business.
So nigga good. Get back there.
Change his language.
I didn't tip on my voice like that, man. Oh, I said going to say, come on, right?
Family, why we still gotta be like this? You know what I mean? Like, it's 2025. You really that much in your feelings? Ain't nobody do nothing to you. Why are you still using that word? Diabolical, bro. This is what's gonna keep happening. Y'all keep spewing nasty, low vibrational words. It's real out here. It's a different world.
I'm gonna show you guys a clip. You might think it's fake, but it is not. I experienced it my own self. I grew up in Haiti. When I was young, there was this guy. He was like a head of a gang or something. He used to tell a story that people cannot kill him. You know, walking around like he's the... And then he said the only way people could do it, you would have to scare me and I would have to jump, like when you scare someone, and then you could shoot him. But he never explained how it works, nothing. But he did show me that he has like 2 teeth in his wallet. Don't know what that is. I was like 6, 7. And now it come to make sense why we were able to free all the slaves. Bullets was bouncing off of us. Check this out. This is not fake. It is not fake, y'all. I know you guys might think it's fake. It is not, okay? If you go on YouTube, type bulletproof Haitians, you could put a gun in their mouth. That thing will bounce. See that? When I told you guys I experienced it, like I've seen it with my 2 eyes. This guy, they were after him one time. They shot at him and his whole body turns into flame. Now I realize the reason why they talk so bad about spirituality. They say hoodoo, voodoo, it's bad, it's... And then the funny part is they call it black magic. And what do they call us? Black. It's our magic, but they're gonna make it seem like it's bad. They not hurting anyone, man. They just know how to protect themselves. And I realized as a child, it was scary, man. It was not fascinating until now I realized that's what freed us. We used to have the power to... Napoleon got his ass beat because his bullets was bouncing, man.
Wash.
We got clothes. There's a saying in Haiti that says coupe tête, boule kai. Now you realize in order for you to do that, you had to get close to your enemy. See that?
And those two dudes talking about they was coming to Haiti to do whatever they was gonna do. Man, them dudes would have been food on a plate, okay? The Lugauers would have got them. They would have been shooting at the Lugauers. Bullets would have been flying off these dudes. And they would have been eaten alive. A feast. Him and the hobos. They lucky they didn't pull a move they pulled. Who bet that boule kai? They gonna do whatever it is, even if it's death to get you.
So now blood pressure medicine is being recalled, y'all. Something millions of people take every single day. Because it got chemicals in it that cause cancer, y'all. That's why a lot of people know this shit right here just slowly kills you. It can make one thing a little better, but it's gonna make 10 other things worse. The crazy thing to me is, I know this shit probably been like this for the longest time. Why are they just coming out saying something? They be playing with people's lives and calling that shit healthcare. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, Amalon.
That is crazy. Millions and millions of people are on this drug. This is not the only one. Even people with diabetes had drug that was recalled because it was making them worse. It'll make you feel good for a little while, but you got another symptom that pops up. Now you gotta spend more money. This is how they get you, spending more money.
So here's a 3-Eye Atlas update. I took these 2 official images of 3-Eye Atlas when it was heat mapped, and I put it into one of the best AI generators, and I told it to make a photorealistic, accurate depiction of what that thing would be with these 2 heat maps, and this is what it made. But then I wanted to see it without all the energy around it, so I told it to remake it without the force fields that it looks like it has, see what the actual inner part of it looks like. And this is what it came up with, and that looks like a ship. Now here are the 2 images side by side. Now here are all the images on top of each other, so you can see the heat map, the object with its force fields on, and the object with its force fields off. What do you think that looks like? Is this thing a first-class Exosonic mothership? Why do the dimensions of the heat map for 3-Eye Atlas look just like a spherical mothership with the force field and boosters? It literally adjusted its speed so that it can come so close to Jupiter that it might become one of Jupiter's moons. Oh, you didn't know about that, huh? Everybody's waiting for Atlas to leave so they can be like, it was just a comet, y'all are crazy. And 3-Eye Atlas might actually not leave. It might just stay in the solar system just to show y'all. And I already told y'all this is all about the star seeds. Comet seed to get a star seed reading today, because that thing may be here to stay. But what do y'all think it is? Is that a comet? Is God coming back?
3-Eye Atlas is definitely not no comet. That's a whole galactic spaceship ready to make moves. And when it comes, it's going to be moving, grooving, vibing, and sliding over here to let the elites know what's up. Then it's game over.
Well, Prime Minister Andrew Holmes, welcome to Jerusalem. It's good to see you and your delegation. I think this is the first visit ever by a Prime Minister of Jamaica to Israel, so it has a double significance for us. Our relations are always friendly. We appreciate the fact that you didn't join the recent vote against Israel, absurd vote in UNESCO. But quite beyond that, we're talking about extending our cooperation. We just did for just the brief few minutes that we spoke. I could see all the potential for cooperation in a variety of fields that relate to economy, to security, to technology, and this is something that we eagerly are interested in doing with you. There is a natural affinity between us. We're both democracies. We each have our own challenges, but we flourish under challenge, and we'll be able to, I think, to provide a better future for our people if we cooperate. And this visit is a hallmark of cooperation.
Jamaica once again condemns the heinous October 7, 2023 attack on Israel.
Jamaica, what's going on? Bob Marley's done turned over in his grave. What is going on, Jamaica? Y'all don't even own your own beaches, and y'all making deals. Y'all busting them dope moves I see over there.
Hi, my name is Isaiah John. Many know me as an actor, but for many years I've been very curious about stress. Many people deal with this thing called stress, but how many truly know what it is? Think of stress like a revolving door. And just like that door, a force needs to set it in motion. So, for an example, when we experience things like an argument, a disappointment, a heartbreak, even something small like someone cutting in front of us in line at a grocery store, our body instantly reacts to all of those things. At Echo Labs, we study something that we call the emotional feedback loop, a continuous cycle that connects thought, emotion, and the body. When our body experiences certain emotions, our brain releases certain neurotransmitters and hormones throughout our body. Each emotion carries its own biochemical signature. Essentially, each emotion is its own chemical. And each chemical settles in the body very differently depending on how long you stay in that constant state. Imagine living in a constant state of anger. Everything around you to some sort is acting as a trigger. To your body, it's releasing so much adrenaline throughout your day. It's affecting your blood pressure. It's affecting your muscle tightness. And to you, you're just simply going through your day, having a normal day. But to your body, it's that constant war with the chemicals that are constantly being released through your brain. And now your body is having to deal with the residue of what you've been feeling. This is the reality for millions of people that are dealing with chronic stress. And over time, that constant internal activation becomes a chronic illness itself. What if we could see this cycle as it's happening? What if in real time we can see how the environment around us is affecting our body and how our body is responding to the environment around us? That's what we're building here at Echo Labs. We're building a non-invasive signal monitoring and AI interpretation. We're giving individuals the access to seeing in real time how their environment is affecting their health. It's not about diagnosis, it's about awareness. Because when people can see their stress, they can stop it before it takes control. That's the power of awareness.
Family, pay attention and be aware. This is why I say it all the time. Protect your energy, raise your frequency, protect your aura. What he was talking about was basically trauma. Trauma from negative people, negative energy, people stealing your energy. This is what he talking about. It's the same thing, family. I definitely understood where he was coming from. Look out. Look out. Look at this. Look at this.
So a volcano that was dormant for over 10,000 years exploded, and it's not even the type of volcano that explodes. It's like one of those volcanoes in Hawaii where the lava comes out. So if it was to go off, it should have did that, but it didn't. It just exploded. And then 2 days later, another one exploded. The first one released a plume that was over 50,000 feet into the air, and the second one released a plume that was over 30,000 feet into the air. And so you have these different volcanoes going off, exploding though, not just lava coming out. They're going off, and that is definitely a sign of something that has to do with the earth and the energies of the earth and the solar storms and everything that's going on in the world right now at the same time. All of that stuff is connected. Everything is energy, and one thing is happening because of the other, all the way down to the way the humans are acting on earth with the uprisings and everybody so divisive, and the inner anger that's coming from being connected to the earth, which is also going through a birthing stage. And that birthing stage is going to create frustrating pains, as birth does. And so you see birth pains in the earth, and you see the birth pains in the people, and you see the signs in the sky. And it's definitely a time to take this stuff a little more serious. You know, comment free, and I'll send you a free book, because I already know everybody's going through enough, and I wrote a book that I feel is important that everybody should read. So comment free, and I'll send you a free book, because it's definitely time for everybody to look at these signs and see what they mean for you as an individual. But I also want to just make this video to honor the volcano in nature and the shift in the Most High in the universe, because although it is destructive, it is very beautiful at the same time. Many miracles.
This is New York, from the L train to the world. It's not just fashion, it's frequency. We built this from frequency, not fabric. This is Higher Zone.
Yeah, higher zone. Yeah, zone. Yeah, my flow, my soul. Zone. 4 in the morning, I rise with the sun in my ceiling. The peace in my chest, I healing. Thanking y'all for the feeling. I've been moving all day, trying to stay calm in the melee. The word in my face wanna change me. Got my higher self to raise me. And beyond my faith it goes. All these lights been calling me, trying to forget what they sold. Trying to remember my role, my soul running through the other side. When it's time to live my life, then I like leaving me up.
That was 3-Eye Atlas. You see that big cross? That might mean the Christ conscious is coming back. That's exactly, I think, what it means. But it's a whole spaceship. And now I'm hearing the government want to attack it. Y'all shoot at it, vaporize.
Nicki Minaj's liability of her husband, Kenny Petty, got in an altercation with their security guard and broke his jaw. With other damages too, but mainly he broke the man's jaw. Went to court, refused to show up. The fall judgment ruled in the security guard favor. $500,000 in punitive damages. What does he do? Refuse to pay.
You're broke! You're poor!
So guess what Judge Cindy decided to do? Foreclose Nicki Minaj's $20 million mega mansion, and now the queen about to be homeless.
Damn!
See, God don't like ugly. Nicki Minaj was talking about that baby, and now she about to be homeless. Why would you allow your broke ass husband to walk into a place where he know he can't afford shit and start touching it? That's your problem. Safari 2.0, you always gotta allow another clown into the circus. How about shut the circus down? I know Nicki got many other homes and she not about to be homeless, but $20 million mega mansion, bruh, that's a hell of a loss. And it's her husband's fault.
20 million from 500,000? That is crazy. Y'all should have paid that. It's not like y'all ain't have it. I'm sure y'all got it somewhere in assets. That is crazy, bro. I'm guessing that's why Nicki Minaj was trying to be cool with Trump, trying to get that thing thrown out. Didn't work. Gotta pay up.
I gotta see no makeup. You gotta see some money, honey. See, you gotta open your bank account and see. You don't gotta see no makeup. Look. Also, I'm barely wearing makeup, babe.
Cook.
Try the door because I'm being respectful and not like having my shoes on in her house, but this is not skimpy. You've seen me in work. I gotta see no makeup. You gotta see some money, honey.
This isn't just fashion. This is frequency. This is Higher Zone.
9-year-old boy getting acrylics will never be okay in my chair. Sad to say that I just had to turn away a client because she wanted to get her 9-year-old son's nails done. And I know and I understand that in today's times, people are who they are, but a 9-year-old boy getting acrylics will never be okay in my chair. I'm so sorry. I had to have words. We went back and forth, but at the end of the day, respect is respect, and we respected each other, and she respected my space. But I'm coming on here to tell you guys this. I will no longer be doing kids' nails under the age of 16 unless you are accompanied by an adult, and I will no longer be doing, not press-ons, I'm sorry. I will be no longer doing acrylics for anyone underneath that age as well. 9 years old, a boy, Frenchies. Absolutely not. Never will happen in my case. We have to think about, guys, people are offing themselves because of being bullied at school. If I put acrylics, because for some reason she just wasn't understanding this, if I put acrylics on your 9-year-old son's nails and he goes to school and he can't just rip those things off, it'll be a mess. If he goes and get bullied, he might come and despise me in the next couple years, and he will never forget me. He will never forgive me because it happened at such a young age and he doesn't know anything about forgiveness. Like, it gets to a point, man. And I'm not in this chair as much as I used to be, thank God. But I do know the clients that I will and will not take. And that's something I just will not accept. And I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I understand that she was just trying to be a good parent and support her child. And I do know, because I am a lesbian, I do know that mothers, parents know how their child is going to end up, without saying too many words, before they come out and say it. This little boy isn't going around wearing wigs. He's not going around skirts and skirts. No, he still looks like a presentable little boy. He has a little sass to him, but I think any little boy or any kid that grows up in a household with just his mother or aunts would end up to be.
Shout out to this technician. This technician understands, and I respect that. A 9-year-old little boy with nails on in school with little colors, that'll set up a whole alarm. Kids are cruel these days. Kids are mean. Definitely would be some fights. Definitely would be some name callings. He might just go home and off himself like she said. And she don't want to hold on to that burden. I respect her for that. We need more people who think before they act. This is what I'm talking about. That was executed beautifully. I support this sister. Diabolical. Diabolical. The weather is going crazy everywhere. Every other week, every other day, something is going on. Floods, floods, floods. Pray for Indonesia.
Mama. Why you just not getting up?
Are y'all ready for some big changes? Because that's exactly what's coming.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all hear about that volcano that erupted in Ethiopia for the first time in 12,000 years? 12,000 years, y'all. That's just not a number, man. This is cosmic code here. You got 12 months, 12 hours, 12 zodiac, 12 disciples, 12-dimensional cycle, and in that 12,000-year cosmic reset. And now we have this volcano in Ethiopia ringing the 12,000-year alarm, y'all. This is not small.
Something is happening, and I don't think people realize just how big of a deal this is. A volcano in Ethiopia that has been dormant since the last ice age just erupted out of nowhere. Bitch has been asleep for 12,000 years, and she just woke up in 2025. This volcano is called Haile Gubi. It's in Ethiopia, and scientists say that, again, it hasn't erupted in over 12,000 years. That means the last time this thing went boom, Manny and Sid were cooling it with a baby and a saber-toothed tiger. And this week in 2025, ash shot 9 miles into the air. Villages went dark, livestock died, and ash spread throughout the Red Sea. Remember that. And the gag is that it did not erupt anywhere. It erupted in the one place that has fully preserved the Book of Enoch, Ethiopia. Enoch warned us that before great cycle shifts, that the deep places of the earth shall open. He said mountains shall melt like wax. What is a volcano? He said fire shall rise from the depths. Again, what the fuck is a volcano? Also, this volcano erupted on the East African Rift, quite literally where the earth is tearing itself apart and a new continent is forming. And it's not just the Book of Enoch. Even in the Bible, it says earthquakes shall occur in diverse places. Pillars of smoke, fire from the east. That's all in the Bible. In Ethiopian tradition, they believe that great earth changes will begin where the Ark of the Covenant is kept. It's kept in Axum, Ethiopia, according to them. Even Vedic cycles predict that every 12,000 to 13,000 years, great earth changes will occur. This volcano, again, hasn't erupted in about 12,000 years.
And don't forget, y'all, volcanoes and earthquakes been popping off on the daily on the planet. I believe Kilauea is on like season 3, episode 34. At this point, the earth is dropping new episodes every single day. And I know you guys have been paying attention because these external eruptions are reflected the internal shift that's happening within y'all. Your energy's been changing, some of your intuition's getting louder and clearer, clairvoyance, your abilities are picking up. This is exactly what's happening on the planet. There's a great cleansing going on. The earth is literally telling us that the time is now. I know you guys have been saying that you have been experiencing a lot of ringing in your ears. That is the alarm, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here, y'all. Let's get it.
Ethiopia does have the first original Bible. You heard what I said. The first original Bible is in Ethiopia. Don't let that go over your head. Do not let that go over your head. But anyway, comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about that.
Does he do me that way? Why? Keeping me around, tell him that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? Oh.
You guys messed up.
Just say.
Why you all start laughing? I'm ready to get into it.
If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? I'm living this way.
You cannot go wrong with Why. This is one of the original songs. In fact, I'm in love with that song. I grew up off that. My cousin used to do the Michael Jackson dance and do the moonwalk just like Michael Jackson back in the days. Man's had the shoes and he had the socks up with the high waters and the glove. My man really thought he was Michael Jackson. And this is one of my cousins. I remember everything, bro, like vividly. Good times, but damn how time flies. Let me know what team y'all pick. But anyway, family, I appreciate you if you made it all the way to the end. You goated. You are definitely goated. You are one of them ones. I'ma keep telling y'all that. Goated. I love you guys like cook food, man. I truly do. With that being said, family, vibrate high. Keep your energy clean. Remove negative from your circle. And love thy neighbor. I catch y'all in the next one. Love, peace, and life, family. Peace.
Zone.